Hello everybody, welcome to the Windrunner channel. Today we'll be making a guide on Grimnir. As you have known, there was a recent update patch about nearly a month ago which introduced M2 skip. So basically to get M2 skip, you need to clear these 3 requirements, and this guide is more focused on the first requirement, which is to kill this solo. Right? For the 30 million damage, you can do it in a burst form. For example, Relic Blaster in a Ogi and just a few skills, and you can hit 30 million. You don't need it to be in solo for this one. You just want it in one turn, and that's all you can do. And because of that, we're not going to focus on that. And for the third one, is the trophy for the God of War. You just need to do this raid 100 times solo or co-op, or basically multiplayer. Basically, so I'm not going to place that much emphasis on the second and third. I'm going to place the emphasis on the first. Now, as a new player, I would assume you should have M1.5 by now. If you want to do this solo with M1, it's possible. I can't guarantee because the HP is not going to be high. This is built around consistency, right? It's slow, but you will 100% be able to survive, and you're able to do decent damage. But you're not going to do it fast. You're just going to be able to survive and do it easily on full auto. Obviously, if you want it to be a little bit spicier, just go with Kengo. But for my personal taste, I went with Lumberjack because it's probably the most optimable class in terms of it's I think in EX4, right? Yeah, it's in class 4. So you probably will be able to get this very early. Once you get Kengo done, you can probably also use Kengo with your weapon. But if you do not have the weapon, I don't recommend Kengo. Yeah, I don't really recommend the rest. Spartan is not that useful as well because of the ability of plain damage. There are a few raids in this tier that's plain damage, so I don't really recommend Spartan. But if you want, it is there. It has high defense. The other class I would recommend for this actually would probably be Relic Buster. For the shielding, the shielding is pretty good, and of course any multi-attack base weapon that you can get with a bit of healing will be helpful. Other than that, really not much else. You can use Berserker if you want. It has the synergy with the Axe of the Fire Axe, which is what I'm going to recommend for Grimnir. As for the characters, I just plugged in some characters which are likely not limited and mostly are free, except for Luffy. I don't know whether Luffy will be coming back. So if you do not have Luffy, your chances of doing the raid is not zero. It's not going to be easier definitely because Luffy does absurd ton of damage for Magna and obviously have decent survivability. But your main focus for Luffy replacement can be replaced with any other character, honestly, that can contribute damage, basically. Luffy was used because he can contribute 20% charge bar after turn 10. If you have any of the listed characters above, I think you can actually use it. One of them is, obviously, Natsa is really good. Hecate is pretty decent. If you have, what's this, Percy? Grand version of Percy, you can use it as well. You can put in any primal except Colossus. Colossus will actually be more dangerous for you. And of course, any charge bar booster. And if you want, you don't really need a healer because from what I can tell from my last one, it was actually pretty consistent in keeping yourself full HP, so you actually don't really need an extra healer. You can if you want, but it's not really a necessity. You want to count yourself to have more damage actually because the rate is really about, I think with my grid 16 minutes long. It's a full auto grid, so mind that, but yeah. So if you do not have Luffy, you might want to get any DPS that you have currently in your arsenal that can charge bar up as long, it's fine, I think. Next one is Satyr. I think most fire grade right now uses her. If you don't have her, you can use this old man. He's not as good, but Anderson can do similar stuff and have self-heal. He doesn't heal everybody, so it might be working better if you have Satyr more than often than not, so that's the thing. And Tuya is just here for extra healing. boosting of defense, as well as just boosting height. Yeah, so, and she is pretty decent at dodging, so she's really good. She can gain all your aggro, even with Satire there, so it's pretty nasty. Most of the time you can just put Anturia without Satire and just put double attack, but if you are unlucky with her dodge and she dies first, your whole rate's gone. For full auto consistency, that's why I do this. You can decide to change for a more offensive setup, but for me I went for a more defensive setup and it's very much doable. For the backline, if you want, you can super boost the Satire. Satire is pretty good as long as you have a lot of primal allies. But that's only if you have a lot of primal allies. You do not have a lot of primal allies, I don't recommend. You can use other element, but this rate doesn't really kill off other allies, so you're fine. If not, yes, you can use other element primal to actually boost this to have a dodge rate as well if you want, and hitting specs. Not really necessary though, because your first two is really not going to be enough to boost it to that level, but you get what I mean. Athena is a very good defense. If you do not have Satire, Athena is a good replacement as well. Athena, I think, is very usable friendly for young players. For new players, is that a better term? New players? Yes. As you can see, this is not a very scripted video, so it's just going to be what's my thoughts and how my process of planning goes from this point on to how I finish the raid basically. So for the raid right now, the main right hand weapon, we have True Infernal Flame Scythe. The Xeno weapon, you can get it now in the special section of the tab. It's no longer a event that pops up every now and then. It's a permanent event. You can get that from there and you can get this. And obviously I went with a defense and elemental damage reduction, which is really good. 8% basically reduced in damage basically. I mean, not literally, but you can count for 4. It's very good because of its burn effect, as well as the boost to all allies multi-attack rate, which is very, very important for new players. I think new players tend to always have problem with multi-attacking, so even my current rate actually on fire usually is very bad, so it's fine to have this. And we have a Red Flame Supremacy, pretty good. If you can get it to level 20, fully uncapped, very good as well. And we have obviously the Great Flame Cause, which give you echo with against burn enemies. And of course you have an extra nuke one charge attack, which is very important because the rate is really slow enough. For weapons, we have Seraphic Weapon, we have Cosmos Sword because I have a lot of sword. This is a sword grid. I have one Shiva sword, so this does mean that you should probably get at least one Shiva sword. You don't need more than one, just one should be enough. I'm running Draconic because I assume it's actually way easier to get Draconic if you just leech. People will usually do it compared to Far, which still has a high chance of failing. If you want to try to get Far level 200, give or take, you expect failures. Don't expect easy happenings or circumstance. You still need quite a little bit to get it up. So yeah, Draconic Hub is taken as a substitute for that. If you have Opus, obviously just go ahead because you really don't need this on this one. But if you don't have Opus, this is not bad because of progression and Majesty, which Iron Flame Majesty 3, yeah, is very, very nice. Let me tell you. Okay. Next one we have is obviously our favorite Dagger of Baha, but don't you think? I already recommended this so many times. If you haven't seen, please go check out the other video, the other guide video that I made, newbie guide. That's very nice. And obviously a Cosmos Sword, which is just for boosting of attack and HP, raw stats for HP basically, and damage cap. This is not very important, honestly speaking. Mostly it's for Cosmic Sword rule. For summons, I chose stuff that which people you should have access to. If you're not slacking in Arcarium, you can just slot the SR version down here of the Sun and the Devil. They are really decent as a sub-power. For the main one, we have main Colossus 200, as well as I put it on Nobio, but you can actually put it on CC. Nobio just for excess healing, because you can heal up to full very fast with it. But if you feel like you want to charge your attack more often than not, CC is a better choice because it has CA specs, Shield Effect, which is 2k shield, which can negate turn damage over time, and then a 20% boost to charge bar. And it's pretty good. But obviously, because you don't do dark damage, the dark damage will be done with very little. Compared to Novio, which has instant healing, refresh, shield 1000, decently big boost double attack rate, and obviously 20% boost to charge bar. They all boost charge bar, the other one boosts the CA damage as well, so it's just up to you whether you want that or you want this. They are both farmable, and also in my free to play guide, newbie guide, you should take a look. For Sanderford, he's not really useful. Honestly speaking, I don't feel the need to use him. If you are doing a manual one and you require HP, he's able to heal I think about 1000 or the 800, I don't remember exactly, but he can heal if you need. If not, if you have Lucy, you can use Lucy, but I personally feel that if you want, you just replace it with stat sticks. Because there is no reason to do it this way. Because I'm using Fire Colossus X Lucy, so I'm not using Colossus as Colossus. For you people wondering, it's not going to be 100% crit, it's going to be like what, 75% crit? Good enough, honestly. You can just put a stat stick somewhere. I am lazy to change it, but yeah, in the video I recorded, this is post video recording. That's what I done, yes. And Buzzerbuck, honestly speaking, if you do have Buzzerbuck, it's fine. The most important thing he was giving was, to be fair, the trans stat for my main character so that he can triple attack, because triple attack 50% boost is very essential. There is no substitute for this. So it's not as if you cannot do it without it, but I prefer consistency, so I use this. If you have not gotten a Beelzebub once, and if you manage to get it, just stone it immediately. There is no reason not to stone it. If you get additional one, good for you. But I highly recommend stoning it because trance is such a broken thing that everything works really well when you have it, basically. So yeah. Now, as I said, I'll be using Colossus X Lucy. So basically, I will just be not using this, but I'll be using Lucifer 250. Make sure it's 250 because you want the pure white wings of pure white effect, and of course you want the 50% max HP boost, which shouldn't be the worst thing, right? So if you look at the weapon skill boost section, yeah, our critical is 62.4. I see crit quite often, so it's not the worst, but this rate isn't the best, but it's feasible for what we're going to do for solo run for Grimnir. So yeah. Last but not least, we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect for this raid, basically. The raid has a few scary things, I think. Firstly is the ability to multi-hit you, which can take you down if you're not prepared, don't have defense and nothing of the sorts. Easily maybe about 10k HP, 15k HP. So if you are only available to have like how much HP you're guaranteed you should have, I would say above 50k for everybody is very good because it's able to withstand probably 2 times or 3 times of both lane damage special attacks as well as the multi-hit special attack. If not, the generic normal attack by Grimnir shouldn't pose a threat to you with Anturia and Satire at all. If anything, they should likely still be healthy as hell by the end. Also, Lumberjack is chosen just so that she can auto heal wherever the foe special attacks. So that's also one thing. You also have extra shielding, and you have also this one is I believe your ultimate mastery. You do not need this. Honestly, I use this because it's very good in terms of like damage potential. But if not, you can just use a normal laughing logger or just a normal like damaging skills. For example, armor break 2, I think. Is that armor break 2 or rain of arrow? Or even decimate and twin coin. Both of these are really good substitute basically for it. This is more for full auto. Obviously, if you are doing for manual, I think most of the manual classes you have no problem. I think a doctor can run it really well. Except for it doesn't have a good dagger class. I think there's only a good gun. Can go as long as you got a weapon, you can full auto. If you don't have the weapon, a little bit sketch. Glory Bringer not bad because of Zeno Katana. Necromancer is also not bad. Must be, I think, fully master level. I think master level is the more important one for Necromancer. And yeah, I think that's all I can recommend for a good solo run. Obviously, once you have a good build, anything can run it, but if you're starting out, you do not have HP, I'm expecting HP around 35 to 45k. Having a little bit more healing and defense is a better negation to damage loss, basically. And the most important thing is to survive if you're going to do solo runs, right? And I'm expecting you guys to be in a crew when you're doing this. Like you have the crew buffs, the charge bar, the double green pot. You have one blue pot at least if you are manualing. And you cannot at all use the request rate function, which is very anti-TCs, that's why it's called solo. Anti-TCs though, I always say share your rates. Yeah, I think that's all I can say for this part. So I will see you in the battle when I clip the video, you know, of the fighting of Grimnir somewhere. After I did, right, I just press play and I'm just gonna go in. I'll just show this and then bye-bye. I will see you in the next video, right? If you do enjoy the video, press the like button and press the subscribe button down below if you want to be notified whenever I do this kind of content. And then press the notification bell below so that whenever I stream or upload a video, you'll also be notified. And then do post your comment down below to see whether it's helpful, because I do think that the climate of a new Granblue player has changed a lot this past few years. So yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed this following battle clip down below. With that said, bye bye. I will see you in the next guide.
蹴りつけよう。ゴムゴムのゴングがロッソパッシオーネ。この前あなたに助かったわ。
恨みの風は滅びをもたらす。
死の部分この前あなたにさせる。
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク。ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。
これでもくらえ。
行くぞ。
踊り
絶風よ。
力が湧いてきちゃう。
行くぞ。
ベルトロナ踊りや
その胸に刻むがいい。
蹴り
お手伝いさせてね。このみんなの安らぎ
ゴムゴムのゴングが
ロッソパッシオーネ。この前あなたにさせる。
突き進め。
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク。ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。行くぞ。
これだ。
突き進め。
力が湧いてきちゃう。ベルトロナ
かわいそう。必殺阻止。
お手伝いさせてね。
ゴムゴムのゴングがゴムゴムのゴングが
ロッソパッシオーネ。この前あなたにさせる。
かわいそう。必殺阻止。
フレーフレー団長さん。お手伝いさせてね。この前あなたにさせる。
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク。ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。
これでもくらえ。
タンナ
じゃあ行くぞ。
ベルトロナや
蹴りつけよう。ゴムゴムのゴングがゴムゴムのゴングが
ロッソパッシオーネ。この前あなたにさ
突き進む風が
何
自分が
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク。ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。じゃあ行くぞ。
ベルトロナ 踊りやっ
貫く貫く。
蹴りつけよう。ゴムゴムのコングガー、ゴムゴムのコングガー。
それロッソパッシオーネ。このあなた
我が右腕が戒めより解放されしてき、天は震え、大地は刻まれ、あまたの邪悪がついえるだろう。
力がお手伝いさせてね。これはみんなの忘れ
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク、ゴムゴムのホークガトリング、ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。行くぞ。
ベルトロナンロッソパッシオーネ。このあなた
腕が渦か2月。
蹴りつけよう。ゴムゴムのコングガー、ゴムゴムのコングガー。
それ踊りがこのあなたにさせる。
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク、ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。
これでも食ら
どうした。行くぞ。
ロッソパッシオーネ。このあなたにさせる。
我が手でやられば何時の終
蹴りつ
お手伝いさせてね。
ゴムゴムのコングガー、ゴムゴムのコングガー。
ベルトロナンや踊りが死の部共に踊り
ゴムゴムのレッドホーク、ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。どうするぞ。
ロッソパッシオーネ。このあなたにさせる。
貫く。
蹴りつけよう。ゴムゴムのコングガー、ゴムゴムのコングガー。
ベルトロナンや
何すんだよ。ゴムゴムのレッドホーク、ゴムゴムのレッドホーク、ゴムゴムのホークガトリング。ジャンプどうだ。
ロッソパッシオーネ。このあなたにさせる。
深淵の風が
蹴
蹴り
お手伝いさせてね。
ゴムゴムのコングガゴムゴムのコングガ
ベルトロガン踊りやっ
我が手で光る何時の終焉。